Hey yo guys. So anyways, there's this kind of this big conversation right now happening on Twitter between like the likes of Instant Classic 8, I know Big Red 310's in it, Nightmare Baller 1, Doug and myself on TNA because of course this Sunday is TNA's biggest pay-per-view of the year, Bound for Glory. Now, I, to be honest, have not watched all the build to to Bound for Glory. I saw the show Impact on Thursday, and I really remembered why the fuck do I not watch TNA because of shit like that on Thursday. That was a go home show that made me want to retch about this company. Really, there's no way you can defend TNA in 2010. This was the year they were supposed to elevate themselves. And it's honestly, I will say this. TNA started off 2010 pretty damn hot, I have to say, with that going head to head with Raw, and they actually had maybe the better show, and ratings were really well for the show. But then they got way ahead of themselves and they tried to go completely head to head. They really should have like saved the live impacts for the special occasions, kind of like they did with this Impact, except it's on Thursday and they're really at the point of no return. So they bring in people like Hogan, they bring in Bischoff, they bring in Van Dam, and there's a minor-ish change, but then it just goes back to square one with TNA because of Vince Russo. It's the same bullshit booking of we're going to just have a stupid angle and we're going to not have any follow-through. We're going to just debut characters and not really give them the full 100% push. We're going to get guys from the independents that are really over with, the hardcore fan base audience, which, for WWE, it's there, but WWE is a much globaler audience, and TNA has more of a hardcore wrestling fan base follow them than the WWE, so we're just going to, not use them. This company sucks. I truly hope, I honestly wish by 2011 they die. I really don't care. I don't care if anyone wants to give me flack on it. I hope they die. I first of all hope they die. I mean, what is their purpose in here? Their purpose in wrestling right now, for me, for a guy that's not watching much wrestling, is I want to laugh at how stupid wrestling is and show my friends why I left watching wrestling as much weekly for MMA. I will show them Impact. I swear to God, Impact is the worst show ever. Like, this is a week I can honestly say, this is why I left wrestling. I watched Raw. Raw was bad. But then Impact is like getting herpes. Every week you watch it and you get herpes. It's the worst show on TV. I mean, when you look at this week, they had a match that should have been on pay-per-view, for Christ's sake. Now, granted, SmackDown had the same one as well, but SmackDown you can justify maybe they had that Del Rio Mysterio match because they just moved to Sci-Fi. And plus, it's a free match on TV for the Mexican audience. However, pay-per-view there is free anyways, I believe. But anyways, back to Impact. I'm getting off topic here because TNA just upsets me so much at how stupid they are. You had a match that should have been on pay-per-view in Flair and Foley. 30 seconds into the match, Flair did a blade job. I mean, it was the saddest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Because I thought the match that they had back at SummerSlam in 06 was sad. This was sadder. This really was the saddest thing I'd ever seen. Now, their post-match promos on Reaction were fine, but I really don't need to see Ric Flair or Mick Foley in the ring anymore. And then you look at this Fortune group. This Fortune group is so sad, it's not even funny. I mean, it's just a bunch of guys they've thrown together. They don't mesh well. Like the Horsemen, they all could cut promos and wrestle together, and they all looked the same. They would, outside of the ring, they'd have the sport coats and stuff, and inside the ring, their attire would color coordinate. Not this group, it's just, hey, we're all over the place like our company. They're like the wacky arm failing, way of failing, inflatable tube man of a group. They're just all over the place like that. I mean, this show, and then you get Mickie James debuting, and like, is Mickie James really gonna affect TNA at all? Really? Like, who else can they bring in? And every fucking pay-per-view is built up the same way. This show is gonna change wrestling forever. No, it's not. Not if you keep building it up like that. If you actually have a show that is built like that, if you actually have a show where something like that happens, the show now means less because every fucking show has the same thing in it. And not to oh god, this show. Oh, and not to mention the fact that this show, Bound for Glory, is taking place in Daytona Beach, Florida, at the Ocean Center. And do we know what happened at the Ocean Center in 1996? Oh yeah, the NWO was formed. So why do I get the feeling we're going to get some goofy NWO reunion type thing, or a reformation or something, or a stupid heel turn? Like, I just get that feeling. Like, I don't know. I mean, Bischoff, has he tried to make TNA better? Yeah, I mean, they've taken that whole weight of shooting stuff, which I don't personally like, but then again, I'm just trying to get, it's the first time I've seen it, I have to get into it. It could change how they do it. And also TNA, then they just look like hypocrites for making Dixie Carter a character when they said, we're never gonna make Dixie a character. What the fuck is she? She's just a character signing away the company in a segment with Rob Van Dam. Like, fuck off, TNA. Like, this is for you, TNA. You can't defend this company. You really cannot defend this company. If you wanted to, you can defend WWE a little bit because they still have moments of goodness. And, you know, Ring of Honor is just on fire. Like, what can you defend about TNA? The answer, nothing. That's really it for this video. I just had to come on here and just say, fuck this company, fuck Bound for Glory. You know, do something better with your time. Watch Sunday Night Football. Watch something on HBO. Something better than watching Bound for Glory, because you will be bound for a glorious headache if you do. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.